All right, man. I'm angry. I got an email from my bank and they were saying something about their new premium plus plan or something. I don't know. I just see about a new plan. It's like, hold up. You're a bank. What the hell you mean you got a plan? What do you mean I can upgrade? So I look into it and it's talking about SoFi Plus. So I was like, all right, what the hell is this? So I started looking around. I can get a higher APY. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's about the APY I was getting whenever I first got with the bank. So I started looking a little more into it, and you can get a higher APY than their base 3.3 that they have right now. But of course, you don't get anything for free. You gotta fucking opt in for this shit. $10 a month. You tell me I'm gonna pay $10 to my bank for a better interest rate? That seems like a bribe. And granted, long term, if you have enough money in your account, it'll probably pay off. It's like this estimated $900 value based off what the balance is in your account, whatever. But the whole idea of a monthly subscription fee to your bank, that's insane. And I didn't actually realize that a lot of banks already have a standard fee thing that they charge every month. Because like I don't use Wells Fargo. I've heard terrible things about Wells Fargo, but they charge $15 a month for a monthly service fee unless you do whatever any of these things. But the idea that exists, that's terrible. You know, I'm giving you my money to hold on to, and you can already spend my money, invest it how you whatever, and that's why you're giving me an interest rate. The fact that I'm gonna pay you money for a fee to hold on to my hell no. So, anyways, I started thinking like it got me pressed because out of everything that you can already spend money on, you're telling me the financial institution where I hold my money is also gonna start charging me money? And I know this is an optional thing. The SoFi, this is optional. You don't have to do the SoFi Plus. But I hate the idea that you can pay more money for a better interest rate plus whatever other stuff they're trying to sell. Obviously, I'm not participating in it, and this alone has me wanting to turn away from SoFi because I hate the idea of supporting an institution that is going to endorse something like this. And so I'm gonna get up on my little soapbox for a second and talk about just you vote with your dollar. If you're willing to pay money or support a company that is going to engage in some shady ass practices, you're helping make it happen. You're saying that I as a consumer I support that. And so I went, as you can see by the many tabs, I went and just looked at all the different aspects of life where you can pay a monthly subscription because again you vote with your dollar. So if you're giving money to these companies every month, you're saying, hey, I'm cool with that. I want to give you money every month, and I'm cool with paying a subscription for the service that you offer. And that sucks. I hate subscriptions. The whole idea of you'll own nothing and be happy with it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to participate in it. It's hard. There's some things that are quite inconvenient. You might give up on some quality of life, but if enough people decide like, hey, this service sucks, I'm not going to pay a monthly fee for it. That's why streaming services are starting to die now. So anyways, I'm going to go through some monthly things and to show how widespread this is in life, because I don't know if people realize how much they're being gouged in every aspect of life. So anyways, banking, that's the first one. That was my final straw. And again, I don't really pay a whole lot of monthly subscription services. But, the fact that it's being offered by my bank was enough for me to make this whole goddamn video. So anyways, banking, between, I guess it's required at Wells Fargo unless you do all this stuff, whatever. The classic Netflix, nice little $8 a month with ads. Already, again, if you're paying a service $8 a month just so they can blast you with ads, you're voting with your dollar and you're saying you're okay with that. They wouldn't offer this $8 ad service if people were not willing to pay for it. So just keep in mind what you spend your money on. But if you don't want ads, then it's almost $20 a month. Netflix, there we go. HBO, again, with ads, $11 a month. You pay $11 a month for the privilege of watching ads along with your shows. And I get that was basic cable or TV or whatever, but again, what you pay for is what you're endorsing. I'm just gonna keep reiterating that along this video. Spotify, which another thing I want to mention, the whole idea of inshitification. A lot of these things start off good, and have gotten worse over time. Spotify is one of those that seems like it's getting worse over time. Everybody complains about like, oh, Spotify's algorithm, they you hit shuffle and it doesn't shuffle anything. It's just the same playlist. Sorry, I'm going a little schizo rambling right now, but I just gotta get this off my mind. It's almost 1 a.m. right now, and I'm in a rage-induced frenzy against this subscription-based model. So I'm just gonna keep going down the line. Anyways, I saw this access to Hulu thing. I was like, oh, Hulu exists. I forgot about that. So I'm looking at Hulu. I see all this Disney Plus stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. First off, that's expensive again with ads, but I guess because you're getting Hulu and Disney, they're trying to justify it. Anyways, $13 a month for that, and I see this Disney Hulu thing. So I was like, wait a minute, are they the same thing? Apparently, Disney bought Hulu like a year ago, and I just live under a rock, I guess, and didn't really know that was the thing. And of course, when there's an acquisition like that, you're gonna see price hikes. So then, oh, did I delete? No, I didn't delete it. Yeah, these price hikes, right? So when Disney Plus was first introduced, it was $7 a month with no ads, just a basic. They jumped it up. That was back in 2021. It was a while ago, and it was $8 with no ads, just the basic Disney. It wasn't a basic plan that you could get ESPN Plus on top of it, but Disney Plus was $8 a month. Modern day, with ads. Where is it now? Well, we just saw modern day with ads is $13 a month. But just throughout the years, you can see how it's jumped up and all these extra plans, and just again, you vote with your dollar. But I figured, okay, so it was $7 back in 2021 when it was first introduced, and it is now 2026 and it's $13. So let's plug in $7 in 2021. What would that be worth in today's money? Because you got to increase prices. There's inflation. It's $8.44. You're telling me they need to go up to $13, and now they have ads? The service got worse, and it would have been an extra $1.50 for inflation, but they jumped up. They almost doubled the price. They jumped up $6, so they quadrupled the rate of inflation and made the service worse. And you're telling me that people are still willing to pay for that? Insanity. Anyways, YouTube Premium honestly actually seems pretty based. Again, if you're voting with your dollar, I don't have any of these, but this one seems like a good bang for your buck. Not sponsored, but for the fact that you get 14 and it's basically Spotify and a streaming service, not bad. Or you can just do the regular watching one. I'm not against all streaming services. I do want to say, I think that if there's something that makes sense for you, like a gym or something that you're really passionate about, like music, it makes sense to have a couple. But just be very conscious, because these can add up so fast, and there's we're only in like the digital media space right now, where I'm not Xing any of these out. We're only in the digital media part of this rant right now. It's much more, but this was just the easy, low-hanging fruit. So anyways, YouTube Premium, about $14 a month. So you're seeing a trend here in the prices. It's normally anywhere from like 10 to 15, somewhere around there. Now we go over, a lot of people are paying for Chat GPT now. So depending on the plan you got, I mean, most people do use it for free, but you can upgrade and get a little more in it. 8 or 20 a month. Or if you're using Photoshop, all the YouTubers out there, I don't remember the name of the service that people use for editing videos. There's a paid one that's popular. But anyways, $23 a month for this one. One you might not have thought about. This isn't truly monthly, but Costco. Everybody loves Costco. Again, if it's a good service, if they give a good bang for your buck, why not? But you can pay $65 a year, or about $6-ish a month, for the privilege of going to buy a bunch of groceries. Amazon Prime, $15 a month. Again, lots of 10 to 15 a month. About another one where it might be another different aspect of life. If you're trying to be a little healthy, watch your activity, you can get an Apple Watch. But you gotta pay $10 a month for that if you want to be able to actually do anything from it. You can use it as like a regular watch and it'll track your steps, but if you want to use it with the integrated Apple services, $10 a month. Or the Oura Ring. This one really got me. Or sorry, no, the Aura Ring's later in this. This is just the Ring camera. I didn't realize how many people have Ring cameras until I started walking around our neighborhood and paying attention. Pay attention next time you walk around the neighborhood. See how many houses have a Ring camera or some alternative. It's insane. Again, another $5 a month on top of what you already pay for the Ring camera. Xbox Game Pass, everybody's favorite, because they just shot up in price on Ultimate, I think. But you can get Game Pass. Something I want to shout out with Game Pass, how I really hate them. I don't have Game Pass. I think I got a trial on it one time. So I'm trying to find where it is in this. Something with the online play, because you can get Essential and you'll get the games. Online, I don't know. There was a whole thing with Game Pass. My wife and I were gonna play Minecraft together at home. Local server was the goal. We just wanted to play it, just the two of us, not some big online world or anything. And because I didn't have Game Pass on my Xbox, I couldn't play from my PC. I couldn't play on my PC, and she couldn't play on the Xbox. You had to pay the monthly service. So shout out Xbox for really sucking and having to pay a monthly fee just for the privilege of playing online locally. Hate that. But again, you vote with your dollar. My dumbass bought an Xbox, so shows me. Anyways, Schizo ramble over. We'll continue down the line. The Aura Ring, another health one, for just $6 a month, and it's FSA, HSA eligible. Your first month is free, a gift from us. Fuck you for that language, first of all, because your ring costs about $400, $500. What do you mean your first month is free? You bought it with the fucking ring. It came with your ring. The fact that you're also charging 6 months on top of that is evil. It does say it'll still function, but you'll get more beneficial data if you pay, so whatever. Even at the local bouldering gym. Again, this is a case that I think you vote with your dollar, you support what you pay for. This is one that I would be pretty okay paying. I don't have a subscription to this local climbing gym, but if it's something that you're passionate about and something you're going to use, I'm not against the idea of a monthly model. It would be tough at a gym where they provide a service to just charge a one-time fee for life. Again, this shit's also expensive. Anyways, climbing gym, that's another one. No aspect of life is safe. Wherever you think that you can avoid a subscription fee, you cannot, because let's bring in meditation, Headspace, some mental health something app. I don't know. Their main thing is meditation. You can pay $13 a month for the privilege of their meditation services. What the hell you're getting from that? I have no clue. But no aspect of life is safe. You can have a subscription in every part of your life. Duolingo. Special shout out to Duolingo for really sucking, because they don't post their prices on their website. You'll normally see that from, like, I don't know, car dealerships or something. Even then, car dealerships will post their prices. Anywhere that won't post their prices, apartments for rent. That's an evil one. If you don't post your prices, I hate you. Die. So anyways, I looked it up. Duolingo is about, I don't know, $10 a month, as is everything else. Now we get into the really fun one that makes me want to do something insane. Subscription boxes. There's a whole website, mysubscriptionaddiction.com, recommending the best monthly subscription boxes, where if you pay money every month, they will send you a box of shit and junk that you do not need. Again, you vote with your dollar. There's people that sign up for this. These businesses would not exist if people didn't sign up for them. Literally insane. And there's some of these, most of these I don't recognize, but like HelloFresh, I saw an ad for that, and I think that's like, I don't even think that's that good of a deal. I think it's like $12 per meal, which again, if you're paying $12 per meal, at that point, just go to a restaurant and don't have to make it yourself. Or if you're going to get groceries, just do groceries. Why pay restaurant prices to make it yourself? Insane. Anyways, I hate the idea of monthly subscription boxes. So anyways, all this on top of the already existing many monthly costs that we have to pay just to survive. All the shit that I just talked about, that was extra um, discretionary expenses, not including groceries, not including one-time discretionary purchases, all the stuff. Um, and then you include stuff like a car payment. The average person is paying about $750 on their car. And then I just pulled up my expenses from our life. Granted, this is a little high right now because we just got a house not too long ago, which, by the way, not having a bunch of monthly expenses certainly helps with that. But this is for me and my wife. We're overpaying on our mortgage right now to try and cut down on the amount of principal that's remaining. We had to get a new roof that the insurance wouldn't cover whenever we got this new house because it's an old house. It had a very old roof that was very damaged. So we're those are our main monthly expenses. We're paying on average. If we were only paying what was required, because we're overpaying on the roof too, we'd probably be paying somewhere around $3,500. And that's just for the essentials. That's not even including groceries. So all that to say, life is expensive, and the fact that there are all these monthly subscription services, and it is truly unavoidable in every part of life. People are stretched. That's why shit like Rocket Money exists, which I have a personal gripe with Rocket Money. Nothing in particular. I just don't trust it. I feel like you give it a lot of access to your data. I sound so schizophrenic right now, but you get a lot of access to your data, and their whole thing of like, oh, we'll just help you track it for free. Nothing in life is free. That is a lot of information that you're giving up to just let them go in your bank accounts. If you vote with your dollar and they can see every dollar that you spend, they know you better than you probably know yourself. And again, they have a premium plan too, because why wouldn't it? This was another sketchy one that makes me further distrust Rocket Money. You choose on a sliding scale. It looks like the lower end of that sliding scale, I was looking around, it was like $6. But again, even your money saving app is not free. And again, people are stretched. When I was finishing up my lease in my old apartment, I kept getting emails from Flex saying like, oh, break your rent payment into multiple chunks. Same idea with like Klarna. Break up your one-time payment into 4 purchases. That's why people are using stuff like Earnin. Try and get their paycheck early. People are stretched, and the subscription model is heavily adding to it. And again, I felt the need to rant about all this because of this one thing that my bank introduced that is optional. But the fact that the bank that I like SoFi, but this one thing was the breaking point for me to rant about all these subscription things that I've been this has been stewing in my brain for a little bit now. And I've wanted to make some sort of video about finances or monthly subscriptions or something. I don't know, all sorts of ideas, and it's 1 a.m. right now, so I felt I guess my inhibitions to release a rambling unscripted video are limited. But anyways, it's tough out there. Watch how you spend your money, and just be very conscious that your dollar is your voice out in the world. You can talk all the game you want. You can say, hey, I think subscriptions are evil, and I don't believe in the you'll own nothing and be happy. I don't believe in that idea. But if you spend your money in such a way that you're owning nothing and being happy, nothing is going to change. So don't participate if you don't believe in it. If you do believe in it and you're happy not owning anything, to be honest, I don't know why you're watching this video. But yeah, I just had to rant a little bit because the fact that I have the privilege of paying $10 a month for a better interest rate, that was my breaking point. Be safe out there. Watch how you spend your money. It's crazy out there. Peace out.